Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and I wanted to demonstrate a trade today, see if we could get a live trade demonstration. I was thinking we might get one set up here, but it triggered so quick, and next thing you know, it was going lower. We didn't get any bounce there at all. And you can see we're still in this channel with no break and new low yet, so any long would be very dangerous at this point, even though we are very far away from the EMA. Um, we'll watch it here and we'll see if something sets up. I think you definitely want a higher low here. You don't want to be trying to pick a bottom. This thing we went bullish and then just turned seriously bearish again. You can see that trend line is still in play. So yeah, something like this, don't try picking any bottoms. We had a couple of nice second entries off this trend line here, but I didn't have a chance to come back and demonstrate. I didn't have a chance to get in those. Well, I'm not going to sit here and just watch this congestion roll by here. We'll pause it, and if something sets up and we get a chance to trade it, we'll come back. There may very well be a larger trend channel here as well. So we could just be headed back for another chance to go short here. I'm going to pause it, and if something sets up, we'll come back. Okay, we do have a close outside and a new low in place on this channel here. I believe you'd want to wait on most likely you're going to want to wait on a higher low here regardless. We'll pause it. Well, just an update. As you can see, we've finally bounced here, but it looks like we're going to go all the way back up to this possible other trend line before anything changes. We might get an opportunity for a short here. No long for sure. But I just want to kind of give you a quick update there. You can see we're still, looks like we're having a correction and a downtrend here to me. This channel played out. We moved down. We got a close outside, moved to a new low, and now we're coming back towards the trend line. I'm not convinced. I mean, we do get a confirmation here. I'm not convinced this trend line's in play, but if it turns down off of it, we'll have to assume that it is, and we'll take a trade. So we got a first entry there now to the downside, and see if we can get a second entry short here and maybe a setup. But I'm going to pause it, and we'll let this play, and we'll come back if something sets up. Okay, it looks like we're going to set up a second entry short, but we aren't back to that trend line yet, and that concerns me. I see it was really tempting to go short there because that was the second entry, but it's just not a great setup, so I'm going to skip it. You want that setup to be off this trend line. You definitely wouldn't want to trade this on the engulfing bar. If it turns out you get a big bearish bar here and it breaks below that, maybe you go short. See, even there it's bouncing. Just not a good setup. So we'll wait. We'll keep waiting. I'll pause it. We'll keep waiting. We'll see if we get something here. Okay, just a little update here. It looks like you could have scalped out of that, but it wasn't a great setup. And you can see the prices are still trying to work back to this trend line. That would be my guess is where we're going. Maybe the trend line doesn't hold either, but that'd be my guess is what prices are trying to work back to this trend line, and then we'll probably shoot on down to the lows here. But we'll see what we get here. But I'm just updating you. You can see that's why I didn't like going short there. It just didn't go anywhere, and that's your concern. All right, here we are. We're back to the trend line now. We'll see if it holds. Maybe if it gets us a setup, maybe it'll give us a lower high here with a good signal bar. If it did, I wouldn't be afraid to take it. We may even just get a triple test across here. You can see prices are working this yellow dotted line here. And that is the open from this morning. The close from yesterday is way up there, and this is the open. And those tend to be really important price action levels where prices tend to test multiple times. Let's make this a little bigger. Let's see if we get a break above that or not. I would say we got to close outside now. Maybe this is a tad higher here. Let's just make sure. That looks pretty accurate right there. If that's the case, then we do not have a break above it. Convincing break outside it. That looks. Let's actually bring this down. I think it needs to be a little higher still. So maybe we're not back to the trend line quite yet. So that looks pretty accurate right there. So we'll see if we're going to get back there to it or not. We definitely got some strong resistance right here, and that's the close from yesterday. We may get a setup off of it, but I'm not crazy about taking it till we get to that trend line. I don't think we're there yet. Well, that one triggered so fast you couldn't get in it anyway. It just kind of gapped over there. It should come back and fill it most likely. It'll try to. And really now what you have here is just what looks like to me is a range. So technically you could have traded that one, but I'd like to see it off this trend line. And you can see it got just enough to scalp you out of there, 6 ticks. That's why we go for 4. Anyway, I'm going to pause it. We'll see if something comes up. It's almost lunchtime here, so I don't know if we're going to get a setup before I head out of here or not, but we'll see. I'm going to pause it. We formed a lower high there, but it didn't trigger, and I probably wouldn't take it anyway because I still believe that if this trend channel is valid, that prices are trying to come back to this trend line. So I'm going to pause it and we'll see if it sets up, but I just wanted to show you that. Okay, we've made it over to the trend line. We're finding resistance at both the trend line and the opening from this morning. If it turns down from here and gives a setup, I'm going to take it. But that's yet to be seen what's going to happen here, so we'll see. But that's what we were really waiting on, for it to get back to that trend line. And of course it could turn down and trigger now, but it wouldn't be a good setup, so maybe we'll get another signal bar here. I mean, this is just not great trading because, I mean, there's just nothing. It's like watching paint dry. There's no real movement here. Prices have no direction. They're just chopping around. That's what we've been doing a lot of. We got a little movement down, then we kind of chopped around, then went up, then came back down. Now we're chopping around again. There's just no consistent movement. And it makes it hard. You either got to play range rules or we could have played that one as range rules and we would have got a scalp, but that would have been all we got. Okay, when we made an equal high there, if we could get a setup here now.
Order submitted.
I'm ready if we get a signal bar here. Okay, you can see we broke higher. We broke through the resistance of the range. We broke through the resistance of the trend line. Will we get a setup here to go short? It's possible. We'll see. Selling's really coming in there.
Order filled.
All right. We've already got our
Stop filled.
well. We got our quick scalp. We didn't get a runner, unfortunately. I had it moving to break even +1. I probably should have given it a little more room, but I didn't want to change up. But anyway, it took a while. But basically, we got a single point on 15 contracts, so that's $750, and then we made a tick on one tick on each of the runners. 5 runners, so we got an extra point and a tick there, which would pay for our commissions on those 5, and we probably still made a couple of bucks off of it. So basically, we made $750 minus commissions there. So unfortunately, we didn't get a runner, but you see how you had to be patient there. We hoped we'd get a setup that would take off, and didn't happen. But you just had to be patient and sit and wait. But anyway, you saw we were in it for 10 seconds, maybe. Maybe 5 seconds. I don't know how long it lasted. Not long. You can kind of look at the video and kind of figure it out, but it wasn't long. And that was a quick, easy $750 minus commissions. So anyway, would have been nice to catch a runner there, because I got a feeling we're headed to the lows down here. But it's possible you could get another setup here before it's over. But I'm going to wrap this one up. Wasn't much, just more time watching and talking than anything than the trade. But you see, I waited till I got a good setup at the high of the range. We had one here, but we weren't. What I was waiting on is to get back to the trend line. And you see, now that we got back to the trend line, we're actually getting some movement. And that's the key. That's where all the big moves, if you go back and look at these charts, where do all the big moves happen at? At the key entry points. Where did this big move happen? Right here at this key entry point. Where did this big move happen? Right here at this key entry point. And where did it take off the most again? Right here at this key entry point. And my guess is this range could hold and we could continue to stay in the range. But my guess is it'll push on through here at some point and we'll go lower, because we came off the key entry point. So that's the key to all of this stuff. Finding these key entry points and then waiting on a good setup. Don't rush it. Don't try to force it. We could have forced a trade right here, but you see, and it would have worked, but you wouldn't have got, it would have worked. It would have got just as much as out of this one, but it wouldn't have been that big move. And if I'd have probably played this, had to been so conservative with my runners, we could have ridden this down to the lows at a minimum, and it could go much lower. So, but I was real conservative with that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that one. And again, it was more watching paint dry than it was watching a trade, because the trade was, this video's almost 18 minutes and the trade itself was like 5 seconds. So, but anyway, there it is. I'm going to wrap it up. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.